Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Ari.
I'm Louise.
I'm Ant.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't point at you guys. All right. So we're talking about finances, money.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's not my strong point.
Yeah, I mean, we
got it.
There's some questions that Natsu has for us in terms of money in Japan, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, please.
Well, recently, yen's a week.
Yeah, this week.
And I hear everyone visiting Japan say, oh, it's so cheap here.
Yep.
Right? So, is it really cheap living in Japan? That's a general question today.
Okay.
Let's go by like categories, I would say. So, what do you think about like food-wise?
Cheap.
Cheap.
It was always cheap.
It was always cheap.
There are very cheap options.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. You can find expensive options too, but you can have a meal for 600 yen.
Yes, but is that meal going to fill you up?
Yes.
Or fill me up?
No.
Me,
yes.
Size-wise.
Yeah.
So, American size will fill you up.
I'm a cow. So most American sizes, no. I usually order twice as much, like for anywhere I go.
Wow.
Or enough for 2 people.
How many burgers do you order at McDonald's?
I've done 4 burgers before. Yeah, with fries and a drink. So
How many can you eat?
Don't go to McDonald's.
You don't. How many can you eat?
One.
One.
One with fries.
Saturday I ate 3.
Even like McDonald's, you think it's cheaper here?
I think it is. Actually, I never went to McDonald's in Europe, but it was more expensive. It's not considered cheap food, actually. Like kebab is cheap food, but
Yeah, true.
McDonald's not really. Yeah.
It's still cheap compared to the rest of French
To
food, for
restaurants,
example.
yeah.
But Japan is definitely cheaper, and like the thing you can have for cheap are healthier. We can have kebab, we can have like bakery stuff, or we can have McDonald's or something. Here you can have like a gasto meal with like a hamburg, some vegetable rice. It's a full meal.
So what was the like a first meal or something that you find like, whoa, it's cheap?
Gyudon. There's like 400 yen, I think. If you go to Matsu, it's a 400 yen plus miso soup for free.
Yeah, bye.
yeah.
A Saizeria.
That's my home.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
love
home.
Saizeria. Oh my
I'm there
god.
like 3
bye.
times a week.
But for me, it was gasto, like lunch. 500 yen, you have rice, everything.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went to a coffee shop. Ne? My drink is more expensive than my whole lunch. So coffee feels expensive.
Right. How about like shopping in general?
Okay, I think expensive. Like shopping clothes.
Yeah.
I think shopping clothes is quite pricey, man.
But then
Depends
there's like,
what you shop.
yeah,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
there's like GU.
So
GU.
I'm a GU girl.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
cheap. GU.
To you.
GU.
Oh, GU.
GU.
Ding, 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 ding.
Anyway, so
anyhow,
there's cheap places.
Yeah.
But
There
what I
are,
realized, I
but-
moved recently, and I didn't know because I never bought furnitures or like washing machine and stuff in France. But my dad told me it's super cheap in Japan compared to
Furniture?
France. Like washing machine
Uh-huh.
or like fridge. You have very cheap option in Japan.
Going back to clothing though, I will say there's more expensive stores
Yeah.
than cheap stores.
Yeah, 100%.
GU and Uniqlo are
But
the
where do you buy
exception.
cheap clothes in
exception.
Europe?
I love vintage and thrifting. People thrift because it's cheap. Here, I pay the same price for a shirt sometimes.
You
Yeah,
go to the
thrifting
wrong
here.
place. You should go to Treasure Factory, Clothes Off.
Koenji is my
Koenji chiga.
Yeah?
Koenji is like
Japanese came out.
it's
Yeah.
vintage, not thrift shop.
Yeah.
So
But
there's a difference.
so vintage is expensive in Europe as well.
Yeah.
So maybe I like expensive clothes and
Yeah.
maybe I look at the wrong ones, kinda.
じゃあ、transportation though.
Expensive.
Yeah, I would say cheap.
Yeah.
Trains are cheap.
Expensive.
Yeah, like trains, buses, or like the highway.
Buses are
cars.
expensive. Flights are
Depending on the airline.
I'm just talking like everyday transportation. In France, we have those cards, the yearly pass. If you live in Paris, yearly pass. You can use bus, like not train, but like the
tram.
Shikatetsu, tram
Subway.
or subway. All of them with that card, as much as you want for 1 year, and you pay just once.
How much is that?
I forgot. But in Japan, if I mess up, I go somewhere, I need to pay more. But when you have that card, you don't care. Even if you mess up or if you go far one day, it's fine. So in France, I paid way less in transportation, in daily life. I
Germany
think
is
so
expensive though. Like yeah. Like from a distance from my house to here now, it would cost me about 7-8 euro which is about 1,000 yen. It's a lot of money, just one way.
If you're in one city, it's cheap. If you need to change city, it's expensive. Is the thing in France, because like you can take bus and everything as much as you want with this ticket for 1 hour.
Like a day ticket kind of thing.
Not day, like normal ticket is 1 hour, and then you have half a day or like one daily ticket. So cheap.
I actually don't even know what public transportation is like in America. Most of us just drive. So I've never lived in an
true.
area where there was like, an abundant public transportation.
Then how about rent?
Particularly Tokyo has such a huge range of prices to live in.
Can you find a place in your home country for less than 500? Because in Japan, you can find
You can
plenty of
find it,
places.
yeah. Probably not.
It's not
Probably
the
not.
greatest, but
Yeah, you can find it. That's true. A friend of mine who lives in New York, the rent he pays there, you can live on top of Shinjuku. Look down on everybody for that.
Yeah.
Cheaper, I guess. Yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
When you convert it, it's very cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you convert it, yeah.
Because
that's
like my dad used to help me pay rent, right? In that case, when I see the difference, it's like not bad, like
Yeah, bills.
bills like electricity,
Like electricity,
cheap.
water.
Cheap.
yeah, quite cheap.
Cheap.
I think.
Actually, every month I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I even push the limits, like with my electricity. I'm gonna leave the AC on.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna leave my YouTube running all night. Let me just see what 1 month is like. And I'm like, that's it?
Yeah, I totally agree. And I use a lot of electricity because my TV's on and I play a lot of video games.
How much did you used to pay in Germany?
Double, literally double.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
I don't know why.
Water is cheap, gas is cheap here as well. What is expensive though is taxes. Residence tax, for example.
Health insurance.
Health insurance, well, depends
Oh, yeah.
what's your income, but always painful to pay that. It's like, oof, that's a lot of money.
Okay, that's it.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. Everything is cheaper basically.
Yeah. So yeah, everything is cheaper basically, guys.
Yay!
Yay, Japan, the winner. I don't know, what was some of your experience you guys had in other countries? Like, are you traveling recently? I don't know, it's really difficult with the yen. Let us know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell button. See you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
There's like GU.
So I'm a GU girl. It's
I mean-
cheap.
GU.
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 Oh,
GU.
Ding, 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 ding.
we should
Bingo.
do GU collaboration.
Sponsor. Oh my god, it would be great.
Me, us, model.
This whole outfit is GU.
Yeah, me too.